the deconstructor syntax to be able to retrieve anything that we want from a particular other file, and it's going to be useful because we want to apply the same thing for all these functions. All these functions. Notice that I'm only exporting create course. Yes, but I want to be able to export a whole bunch of things here. I want to export not only the create course. I want to export a whole bunch of things. I can say, export the create course, and I want to be able to export, export the find all courses as well, and the delete courses and the update courses, all of them, right? So back in my course manager, now I need to use a deconstructor and say, I need that function. I also need find all courses, all the functions that I need, right? So in here, in the service, I can have any number of functions, right? I can have 20 functions, of which maybe only 5 I want to export, and all the others would be private to the module. Make sense? Right? Only the ones that I export are going to be available outside here through an import statement. Right? All right. So what would find all courses do? Well, it would do a return, a fetch, right, from the API URL, and then do courses. I'm sorry, response, and then response.json. Yes, right. Okay, so that means that where would I do that? Meaning this list of courses, I don't want this to be this hard-coded list of courses, right? Instead, I want to fetch whatever's on the server. Meaning I want to override this and maybe even have it empty. There is no list. I don't have a list. I start with an empty list. Let me go fetch this list from the server. Okay, so one particular place that we could do it is maybe in the constructor when we are first being constructed, and when we're first initialized. That could be a place. Yes. Well, it turns out that all components inherit from the parent component, inherit a whole bunch of functions, right, that we can override. The only one that we've overwritten up to this point is the render function. This render function is declared in our parent function, right, and we're overriding it. It's referred, this function is one of many lifecycle functions, right, that React calls, at different times of the lifespan of your component. It says, okay, you're ready. What do you want to render? Right, and then you return what you want to render. Okay, there's many other methods. One of them is the component did mount. Component did mount is you've been instantiated, right? I'm about to render you. It says, well, do you want to? This is a good place where you can initialize your state, right? You can for instance, one thing that you might do is go out to the server and go fetch data, right? So let's do that in component did mount, right? We're gonna use find all courses. Find all courses. This is gonna come back with the courses, right? These are the courses that come back from the server, and in here we can change the state, set the state, so that the courses, this courses right here, is equal to the courses that come from the server. See that? Right. So if I go back and re-render this, notice that indeed we have the courses that came back from the server. And right now, if I refresh, notice that it's not the hard-coded course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And so that if I send a new course, and I say cs5610, and I add the course, it went out to the server. It doesn't show right now, right away. I would need to refresh, and then I would have the 5200 somewhere. There it is. Okay, so we still have to fix that, right? That it shows immediately, but it's a start, right? Is everybody okay? So component did mount. There's a whole bunch of other ones. There's component did mount, component will mount, component will unmount. So you can say it's like you can clean up like a constructor and destructor in C or C++, right? Where the infrastructure is calling you different life cycle functions of where you are in your life cycle. Make sense? Right?